Child to Mike Stevenson, our lake manager. He started this about 4 years ago, and it's really turned into a wonderful event for these school kids. It's educational. It's just a field trip. Now, when they finish down on everything on the end, they come back up here, and then they're served a hot dog lunch. All fresh hot dogs. So there's a lot of people in yellow t-shirts are all the volunteers. Let me get on the back of it. Look at the kids, and it's cool kids. It's cool kids out on the lake. KOOL. And this is a total program by MWD by this big guy here. This is a 4th annual?
This is actually the 5th.
5th annual, Mike.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, great.
Here we go again, huh?
Here we go again. Now, this is North Shore.
This is North Shore.
And then next week?
We're going to have Baldwin and Big Bear Elementary.
Right.
On the 25th.
That's right.
We're going to have 140 kids then, and we have 77 today.
I know, isn't that great?
Yeah, it is.
Good deal. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Everybody's excited about it. Okay, here they come. They got their teachers with them. Remember, these are 3rd graders.
Stick that on your shirt really good, okay? Here's your bag.
They get a bag because they get things to put in it to remind them of the lake.
Whatever number, you'll go over to your number over
And
there.
see, they get their
Amy?
their name tag. What they're going to do is they get in line number 1.
Hey, Eric, there's these inside of them.
And they'll be split into smaller groups. And then they'll have a group 1 go to the 1st station, group 2 at the 2nd, group 3 at the 3rd, group 4 at the, and so on. And they ask a lot of questions.
Very good.
He doesn't have his yellow shirt on. He's a member of the MWD board representing the Pawnskin District. The MWD is the only district that breaks it into 5 districts. There's 5 members on the board. The entire valley is divided into 5 areas. Call them District 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then they're elected by their peers in each of the districts. So the lake has total representation. And these kids are going to get all crazy and when the camera gets on them. All got their name tags and they all got their green bags. But look at it, they're all lined up and they're all in here. Mike Stevenson will give them a little talk on what's going to happen and what they're going to do. And then they're going to spread out to each of the stations. And it's going to be cool. They just love it.
Cool kids out on the lake. You guys are all the cool kids. Yeah. Right here. We're going to do all kinds of stuff today, so I need you to pay very close attention and pay attention to your teachers and your instructors and your chaperones. We're going to do a boat ride today. We're going to go fishing. We're going to learn about boat safety. We're going to do all kinds of crafts. We're going to get a gift at each station, so make sure you get your gift and put them in your bags. But do me a favor, don't start playing with them until your teacher says you can. And that won't be until after you leave.
That won't be until we get back to school.
That won't be until you go home, I just heard.
That's probably true.
So if you would hold on to those, that would help me out a lot. These, you have to stay with your group the whole time. If you have any questions, there's a chaperone in each one of your groups. They have their name and you can ask them the questions. If you need to use the restroom, get a drink of water, make sure you approve it with them. We can't have you guys moving around. It's going to happen really quick. We're going to feed you lunch and then you're going to get back to school. Yes, sir.
We can have a fun ride.
And he's where? Oh, okay. Got it. Well, you.
Okay, they're beginning to move out to the station. The one on the last end will go clear down to the end, and then the next one will be come up to the second one from the end. Another group will be the third one, There will be a group at every station here. And at every station there will be a MWD staff member or a MWD board member. We have 4 of the board members here today to help out. So there they go. They get so excited on this. It's really cool. I'm going to show you each of the stations. This is station 1, and this is Todd Murphy, a member of the board of directors, and he represents District 5 in Funskin, and he's given the history of Big Bear Lake.
Now it's the ocean water.
Explains all about the water, what the lake is used for, all of that. Well, here we are at Station 2. This is boating regulations and life preservers, life jackets. They have a dummy here that they're going to put the life preserver on, so it's on right.
Okay.
How to do it. They teach a lot of safety.
You would?
As I said, a lot of these kids have never been on the lake. Okay, this is John Eminger. He's also a longtime member of the board of directors, and he's got the kids. This is Station 3, and this deals with fish handling and identifying what fish you caught or the different fish in here. And he's got it all.
They're good eating. The
All
only thing
pictures
about
and
them is
everything.
they got an awful lot of bones, so that's kind of bad. But they're fun to catch.
Okay, here we are at Station 4, and it's a clean lake is a healthy lake. So he's explaining how the debris is.
So let's pretend at your house.
These kids, aren't they cute?
You just
Wow.
dump it.
But
Yeah, it's crazy. So how many people, did it rain at your school yesterday?
Yeah.
It rained at your
Even
house?
at home.
Even at home?
Rain on my clothes.
Okay, so what happens when it rains to all this stuff that we put there? Can anybody take a guess?
Okay, for station number 5, this is fishing
Does
tips.
anybody know what trolling is?
The various ways of catching a
Yeah, you've
fish.
trolled before? Yeah, you want to tell me what trolling is? Yeah, you got it, Cody? Go.
This is Alan Sharp.
Excellent.
He
You're
owns
absolutely right. You
Big
go
Bear
as slow as you
Marina
possibly
right
can
here.
go to forward speed.
And
You put
she's
one of the
very
explorers out
active
in
in
the
all
water.
fishing
Put a bunch of
activities.
line out, okay? And then the lure goes through the water, and it looks like a small fish. And then hopefully a big fish comes up and bites it. You ever caught a fish that way, Cody? Yeah? That's great. That's great.
Okay, these kids are leaving here. Hi, Paula.
Hi, how are you?
Are you still president?
I'm still president.
President of the Municipal Water District Board of Directors. This is a great thing. Now this is just 6, lake water quality and clarity. It's how they keep it clean. And the herbicides that could be used to kill the weeds and all of that. And then as they go down there is what they call the Cool Kids Fishing Hole. And they catch pan-sized fish. Okay, here they're on the dock. Now what's on the end of the screen, it goes down, and they're testing the clarity of the water with these devices.
A little more on yours? That's about it, huh?
Now see, what they do is they bring it up
Now, do you see your mark right
to a
there?
certain point to see when they can see it. See, they got a weight on the end.
Okay.
Now how far does it go down before it disappears? There, you can't see it anymore. So you can see the clarity is probably 4 or 5 feet, which is really, really cool.
And touch with your finger.
7 feet of water clarity.
No way.
You're ready too.
Better than it's ever been.
Black mark on the water.
That's really cool. Now the guy on the end with the shirt and the hat is Scott Hewley. He's the general manager of the MWD. See, they all get involved in this, which is really cool. They all enjoy it, all the staff, which is cool. Let me go down and show you the fish pen. Okay, this is the fish pen, and it's got a lot of little panfish in here. You know, fish, where they buy it from a trout farm, You know, they can go up as much as $10 a pound that they buy. Or rather $6 a pound, I'm sorry, $6. A 10-pound fish, they pay $60 for it. So what Mike Stevenson's idea was to grow fish here. Get smaller fingerling because they grow real quick. Put it in the fall, and by spring, they're a couple of pounds. Then they take this out into the middle of the lake and spread them all over. Now here they're using the bobbers on it, which is cool.
Hey, if you guys have already fished,
Well, I didn't see any fish this time, but they'll get hungrier. They'll catch them. Okay, so now they're moving over to the pontoon boat provided by Big Bear Marina. And they're going to get on and go out for... How long is the ride, Mike?
about 20 minutes, Ron.
Yeah.
Depending on how quick we get through it.
Yeah, and then they explain everything about the lake. So when they leave here today after their lunch, they're really going to know more than many of you know about this lake. And of course, number one is put their life preservers on. You should always have them on the boat. The rule is anyone 16 and under must have a life preserver on. But you know, if they're in a wakeboard or they're in a tube or some type of toy being hauled behind another boat, they have got to have life jackets. And there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. So that's the last one there. Isn't this cool? These guys are going to have a ball. They just put around. You see the, over there, we're directly across from the observatory. This is a sun observatory. That one's on the way out, and here's another one on the way in here. They'll just rotate it. This is a very quick program. I mean, there's no lagging, because if they lag too long, the kids get anxious, get antsy pants as they call it. So they just move from one station to the other. End up here, the last thing, of course, is the boat ride. 20 minutes on these pontoon boats. Isn't that great? Okay, we got a new group down here now. They're not having too much luck for them biting. Last year, as soon as they put the hook in the water with the bobber on the end, man, they just really bit really quick and were pulled up. So many of these kids have never fished. They've never been on the lake. It just thrills them to death.
Okay, set it in the water. Just up to the bobber.
Show how to do it. Like dip your pull in. Nah, you got to get it out of the ways. What kind of bait are you using, Vince?
Mealworms.
They're good. You got to have the food that the fish wants, folks. They are very finicky. So whether you get power bait or mealy worms or just regular good old earthworms or all kinds of things, when you find the one that they bite on, usually power bait's really good. Oh, these are all panfish in here?
There's some bass in here.
Oh,
too,
some
Ron.
bass? Oh.
These fish all end up in the lake, but right now they're
Right.
here to tease the kids.
Well, you can save the district thousands of dollars by raising your own. You get smaller ones in the fall, put them in the fall, and by spring they grow quick, don't they?
Yeah, they actually grow pretty fast. We keep them about 6 months. They go from about 1 pound to 3 pounds in 6 months.
Wow.
And about 50 to 75 cents worth of food per fish.
Really? Can't beat that.
And we have them in the cages over there.
Pork chops, lamb chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything like that.
Yeah.
Prime rib. Just kidding. Come on, catch a fish. You gotta have one for
We
TV.
need a TV fish.
Cool, huh? Roll it in.
Oh, it might have come off.
Ah, he didn't get it hooked. When you get a nibble on there, you need to do a slight jerk on your pole. That sets the hook into their mouth. And the chance of them coming all the way up is much better. Okay, here comes the first boat that went out. He's coming back in. He's gonna go up on the guest dock and drop him off. That's been cool. It's been about 15, 17 minutes. Got a good one. That's Terry, Lake Patrol guy, guiding that one. Good fishing days and bad fishing day. This happens to be a bad one. They're just not biting. So my time's up here. This has been Cool Kids Program, sponsored by the Municipal Water District, which means kids out on the lake. And it's a real experience. These are third graders from North Shore Elementary School. So that's it from here. Don't go away. I'll be back.